Hello Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. This is your tarot card for the week of February 15th, 2026. If you're celebrating your birthday, by the way, in the final days of your season, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. So the reading today, you know the drill. It's a collective general reading. As the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it just means that it is meant for someone else. Also, check out your other placements. If you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, in that description box is information on how you can become a time traveler. I issue 48 exclusive readings every month to members, so if you can join us there, we would love to have you. With all of that said now, my dear, let's begin. Tapping into the Aquarius collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the tarot card of the week here for the Aquarius collective for the week of February 15th, 2026? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. Your tarot card of the week. We have the Nine of Cups. What situation in your life is bringing you emotional fulfillment? At the bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Swords. What situation in your life is creating fear and anxiety? And what is this feeling trying to tell you? Okay. Tell me more about this here for the Aquarius collective. Why is the Nine of Cups their tarot card of the week? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Nine of Wands, 999. I would say that's a little extra angel number for you this week. You have the Ten of Cups, and you have the Empress. At the bottom of the deck, you have Death and Rebirth, Eight of Pentacles, and you have the Temperance card. Nine of Wands. Why are you in the Nine of Wands? Tell me why the Nine of Wands is here for Aquarius. Thank you. We have the High Priestess. We have the Two of Wands. Nine of Swords to the Nine of Swords. Okay. Tell me about the Empress energy here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Six of Wands. You have the Hierophant. And you have the Six of Cups. That's actually really, really beautiful energy here for you. Bottom of the deck, Five of Cups, Knight of Swords, and the Page of Cups. Aquarius, I think you're worried about something, and I'm not trying to minimize what you're experiencing, and I'm not trying to tell you that it's not worth worrying over or contemplating, but I think you need to get control of your thoughts here, okay? And the reason why I say that is you have some really good stuff happening in your life presently. Connections, and by connections I mean connections with the people, pets, plants, you know, in your life, even a connection to yourself here. This is grounded, this is steady, this is victory, this is success, this is compassion, this is love. I think you have a lot of great things going for you at the moment, but for some reason, you seem to be ruminating on something here in your downtime, in your quiet time. It's worrying you for some reason. And again, I don't want to downplay what it is that you're experiencing, but I think there's a time and a place to be able to do that. I typically set a timer, and whether that's for 10 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever I need in that moment, I set the timer. I think about something, I ruminate on it. I think all the worst case scenarios. I'm your cousin sign of Gemini, so I get it. But then once that timer goes off, I'm like, okay, time to pack it in. I can revisit this later or tomorrow, but now I need to get back to my responsibilities, cleaning the house, doing my readings, nurturing myself, going food shopping, going out for a walk, whatever it is there that I need to do for the rest of the day. And I kind of feel like this is some advice here that's coming in for you. Again, I'm not saying that you don't have a right to think about this or be worried about this. And I don't know if that's related to career and finance, love and romance, or some other big decision that you need to make in your life. Or perhaps for some of you, you've had something leave you pretty wounded lately, like maybe an exchange with an individual. Could have been a fight, could have been an argument here. I just feel like you're having a hard time moving on from it mentally. And I think your message here, what situation in your life is bringing you emotional fulfillment? I think that's what Source wants you to focus on again. Focus on the good things in your life. And again, it's not to say let's pretend that everything else isn't falling apart or that you're not going through a difficult experience here, but this shouldn't consume you continually. It's just the message that I'm getting. Ten of Cups. Why is the Ten of Cups here? I'm feeling this like a need here to be grateful for all the things that you do have in your life, all the things that are going well. one more shuffle here. Thank you. And I would celebrate this week all of your victories and successes, no matter how small or large they are. I know a while back I was going through a pretty difficult situation with an individual in my life. And I started like, I just decided one day, like, you know what? I need to find the gratitude in everything. I woke up today. I'm so grateful. And then throughout the course of the day, I was like, ah, this is a great cup of coffee. I'm like, thank you, God, that I have the ability to have like this great cup of coffee. And what I ended up doing was creating a gratitude list. And that's something that I continue to do to this day. So I end my day when I'm preparing to go to bed. I thank God and the universe for 3 things. Some days it's 5 things that happened that day that I'm especially grateful for. And it could be, like I said, something small. The weather was nice and I was able to go for a walk. I was able to create 20 minutes of time to just hang out with my cat and play with him because he's getting elderly and I don't know how much longer I'm going to have him in my life. So I was very grateful that day that I was able to carve out a little time to spend with him and make some new memories. So I would start finding the gratitude, and maybe that's something you want to do this week. You can write it down if you want. If not, it's just something you can say out loud at the end of the day. I think that's going to help you to raise your vibration here. Find 3 to 5 things every day that at the end of the day you can say, I'm really thankful for that. 10 of Cups is clarified by the Sun card. Again, I feel like this will be a very healing thing for you to do. We have the Fool card and we have the Moon. Bottom of deck, 2 of Pentacles. You have something new here on the horizon, and I don't think that you're seeing it quite just yet. It is something that at some point in time, I feel like you've manifested or you wanted or you've been hoping or wishing for, kind of like wishing on a star type of thing. So I think you have a real breakthrough here coming quite soon. We have a new moon in your sign this week. We have an eclipse occurring. I think a good way for you to focus on the good stuff and raise your vibration, like I said, is to just spend some time this week being grateful for all the things that you do have going well in your life. End the day with some kind of gratitude list or a little gratitude ritual there. And I would focus on the fact that you have something really beautiful coming in that will, I don't want to say it's going to be like rainbows and unicorns, but I definitely see a lifting of the weight off of you. So spend a little less time this week in your head and a little more time being grateful for who you are, how far you've come, and all of the blessings that you currently have in your life. If you can just change your mindset just a little bit, you're going to see some pretty amazing things enter your life within the next week or so. That is what I have for you, Aquarius. That is your tarot card for the week of February 15th, 2026. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out the description box to find out how you can become a member of my Time Travelers program. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.